from across Kentucky is pouring in for flood victims. We'll tell you how you can help those in Johnson County and around the region rebuild and recover.
A community that knows what it's like to have to rebuild after a disaster is collecting supplies for the people of Johnson County.
Following once-in-a-lifetime flash flooding earlier this week, some Rowan County residents are still picking up the pieces.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Help is pouring in as people try to pick up the pieces following devastating floods that hit earlier this week. If you want to help those victims, there is an hour left to call our Kentucky Cares phone bank.
WKYT has teamed up with the Red Cross to raise money, and some of that money will go to flood victims in Johnson County and other regions. 3 people have died so far in Johnson County, and rescue crews are still searching for one more missing person. Our Sam Dick is live at Johnson Central High School tonight. Sam?
Amber and Jennifer, the principal here, says they need some expensive items in terms of what people can donate. For example, brooms, shovels, buckets, and wheelbarrows. Those are the kinds of things they really need. In the last hour since we've been here, a lot more flood victims have come in to get supplies here at Johnson Central. And as search and rescue crews continue to look for that last missing person, help is pouring in from all over here to Johnson County. Really, it's a statewide effort. Also today, U.S. Congressman Hal Rogers got a look at the damage firsthand. He stopped by the high school here where we are right now and took a look at this donation center for the flooding victims. The congressman says he is ready to support any necessary requests for federal emergency response as officials on the ground survey all the damage.
We're going to do all we can to help ease their pain. There's no way we can take them back to before the flood, but we'll try our best to be sure that they're not wanting for a place to sleep and a place to keep warm and food to eat. And hopefully, with the help of FEMA and the state agencies, we'll be able to get people back into homes in some reasonable span of time.
The House Appropriations Committee passed a bill earlier this week supporting the federal funding for FEMA. That bill now heads to the House. As flooding victims continue to clean up, people across the state, as we've said, have been giving donations, making donations here to help people out. In Morgan County, a church that's no stranger to rebuilding is paying it forward. Some of you may recall that back in 2012, the West Liberty Methodist Church was hit by a tornado, damaged by a tornado. Victor Puente shows us how that church is giving back.
It's been 3 years since a tornado tore through downtown West Liberty. The people who live here know what it's like to have to rebuild, so they're doing everything they can to help their neighbors who've been devastated by a flood. Reminders of the rebuilding are everywhere you look.
You're standing in a building that was only dedicated last Saturday, so it's very fresh for us.
The members of the West Liberty United Methodist Church know what it's like to be on the receiving end of charity.
We and many others in Morgan County wanted to respond because we benefited so much from what others did for us from the tornado 3 years ago.
So they spread the word and began a collection.
Cleaning materials, bathroom tissue, paper towels.
The city of West Liberty is also collecting supplies, as are several other Morgan County churches. They didn't escape the flooding, but they know others have it worse than they do.
And we anticipate that the folks in Johnson County will have the same kind of process to go through along those creeks there where they had great devastation.
The city of West Liberty took the supplies they collected to Johnson County a few hours ago. The United Methodist Church plans on dropping theirs off sometime next week. In Morgan County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
We're back live in Paintsville at the high school, and this is a live shot of the cafeteria loaded with supplies and also many flood victims. Hundreds of volunteers in Johnson County have been here at the high school collecting, sorting, and giving out supplies to people. But the donation process at this school is going through a transition period. As of 6 p.m. Sunday, donations will be dropped off at another location. The name of that place will be announced by that time, but the principal of the high school says they need to start getting this school ready for students since school starts on August 4th. But what the workers and the people outside really need here in Johnson County and other areas hit by the floods, cooler temperatures and no rain. And it sounds like that may not happen.
Yeah,
Chris Bailey.
that does not look to be the case as we go through the weekend, Sam. Unfortunately, we have the potential for scattered thunderstorms. Obviously, we don't need a thunderstorm. We would like a little cooler weather. You mentioned earlier about how the workers out there, the sun really getting to them, the high humidity levels as well. Let's look at Live First Alert Defender first and foremost to see what the rain chances are looking like as of now. Not a whole lot showing up across the region, though we could pop a thunderstorm at any given time. A little farther to the north, though, thunderstorms have been developing into parts of Ohio, into parts of Indiana. Some of those will try to sneak in here a little later on this evening and really be with us on and off through the weekend. Temperatures out there this afternoon among the hottest that we've had so far this summer. It's been a relatively calm summer in terms of heat. We haven't had a whole lot of heat around here, and now we start to get those temperatures upper 80s to low 90s, heat index values around 100 degrees. It's going to feel even hotter because, well, we haven't had to deal with it at all, and we're already up into the second half now of July. But as we go through the next 3 days, your 3-day threat track with the possibility of some scattered thunderstorms around for our Saturday and Sunday to go along with that heat and humidity into the low category tomorrow. But Sam, by the time we hit Monday, we've really got to keep an eye out for the potential for some stronger thunderstorms during that time. With a cold front Tuesday or Wednesday, Monday through Wednesday, threat is there for a daily round or two of some strong thunderstorms. Not what we need, but at least now we've had several days to dry things up a little bit.
All right. Thanks for your help today.
Bet.
Much more to come live from Paintsville here on WKYT coming up at 6 o'clock. But for now, Chris and I are going to turn it over to Amber Philpott back in the studio in Lexington, where the Red Cross and WKYT have teamed up to raise money for the Kentucky Cares disaster relief effort. Amber?
Sam, thank Busy bees in here. They are taking donations. I'm joined by Lynn Washbish with the Bluegrass chapter of the American Red Cross. And, you know, folks have been donating since noon, and they always want to know, how is my money helping? Where does this money go? How does it help the folks that have had a disaster?
It goes back to the basic needs that they need. It goes back to food and shelter, gets them back on their feet, and gets them back to what they need.
The most important thing, you just told me we are a little over what?
$20,000.
$20,000, folks. I think, clap for me. I see some folks clapping. $20,000. These folks are going to be here until 6:30. You see the numbers there on your screen. We've got our board members here, and I should tell you, I'm a proud board member of the American Red Cross, and boy, we always love to come out and help, don't we, when we can?
We do, and it is an exciting day, and we are so thrilled to be here.
Oh, well, listen, there are the numbers on the screen. This is how it's helping. You're helping all of these people get back to the way they were before this disaster struck, and it is your dollars that's going to help them do that. So our folks are going to be here. They're going to be taking your phone calls until 6:30. So show Kentucky that you care. All you have to do is pick up the phone and give us a call, and we'll take that donation for you. Lynn, thanks so much for being here today, all right? Well, after the flooding in Rowan County this week, some residents are still picking up what's left. Dozens of homes in the Hayes Crossing community along Highway 60 were flooded, and even though the water is gone, the mud that brought with it is still there. Our Mike Linden continues our First Alert Weather Team coverage with a look at the cleanup there.
The floor is all buckled up, all mud is everywhere.
Dolores Stevens has lived in Rowan County her entire life. She says earlier this week was the first time she experienced major flash flooding.
All this debris, all this everything. Went in the house, nothing but mud. Mud all over everything. I lost my couch, my chair, everything.
According to the National Weather Service, the small town of Hayes Crossing along Highway 60 near Moorhead saw more than 3 inches of rain in about 15 minutes Monday night, enough to cause major flash flooding.
We'll get some flash floods every other year or so, but nothing to this magnitude.
Stevens says in all of her years living next to Triplet Creek, it's only slowly made its way onto the back of her property, but it's never made its way to her home. She says this is the first time that it has done so and brought with it plenty of debris. All of these rocks were brought here by the creek. Stevens and her family have been cleaning since the water went down, but they're still working on clearing out the mud left behind.
It was up to the baseboard. Look, I mean, almost to the baseboards now. There's some still on there.
While Stevens has to start over, she says losing everything still stings.
Broke my heart, you know. I just had a lot of work done on the house, and then it's all destroyed.
In Rowan County, Mike Linden, WKYT.
Well, donations for flood victims can be dropped off at the old Rowan County Middle School. For a list of acceptable donations, go to WKYT.com and click on this story.
New tonight, an Eastern Kentucky jury has found a babysitter not guilty in a child abuse case. Hillary Noble was originally charged with assault and criminal abuse in Owsley County. State police said in February 2014, Noble engaged in conduct that created a grave risk of death for a 6-month-old. The baby survived. The 2-day trial this week was in Breathitt County, where jurors found her not guilty. The Federal Aviation Administration is now investigating a plane crash in Laurel County. An amphibious plane crashed into Laurel Lake around 7 last night. The pilot was not injured. We're told landing planes on Laurel Lake is against the law. The NTSB says it will have a preliminary report on the crash in about 10 days. Wagering isn't the only way to make some money at the Red Mile. Still ahead on WKYT News at 5:30, how you may be able to land a job at the horse racing track in Lexington.
I'm Bill Bryant, a preview of my wide-ranging interview with Congressman Andy Barr, including his reaction to the shootings of U.S. Marines in Chattanooga, coming up on The Bottom Line.
And another reminder, our Kentucky Cares phone lines are still open. Give us a call at 859-299-5455 or 855-257-2700. Make a donation to the Red Cross storm relief efforts.